Hello, my listeners. The following file is Deep Hypnosis and Deep Pleasure. If you do not want to feel deep pleasure being associated with deep hypnosis, then do not continue to listen to this file, because this file will link deep pleasure, feelings of deep pleasure, happiness, with deep hypnosis. The further you fall into hypnosis, the more you'll feel this pleasure, and the more you'll feel this happiness. So if you do not want this, do not continue to listen to this file. I just want you to relax and listen, to listen and relax to the nice, soothing sound of my voice. Because the nice, soothing sound of my voice is just so very easy to listen to. It's just so very nice to listen to my voice, isn't it? Just so very relaxing. What I want you to do is just lay back and relax as much as you possibly can into your chair or bed, wherever you happen to be right now, and just let go and just listen to the sound of my voice, to the nice, soothing sound of my voice, as you just relax and listen, opening your mind to my words gently, slowly, letting yourself relax, letting yourself just listen to the sound of my voice. And what I want you to do is just close your eyes if they aren't already closed, and just let yourself drift to the sound of my voice, and just let yourself sink just a little bit. That's all you have to do, is just close your eyes, listen to the sound of my voice, and just let yourself sink and drift. And you can let yourself fall down into a nice room, just so very relaxing. A nice, large room. And you can just look around and notice how the room is decorated just for your comfort, how everything in this room is decorated just for you. You can notice that you find yourself sitting on a nice king-sized feather bed. The bed feels so comfortable, doesn't it? You can feel the nice feather mattress underneath you, and it just feels so very comfy, and you can look around the room on this comfy feather mattress, allowing yourself to just notice how everything in this room is decorated for you. Noticing how the carpet is just the way you want it, or maybe it could just be wood floor, however you feel, really. Whatever you want to imagine is the way that this room looks. Whatever is just most comforting to you. And you can find that it's so very easy to change this room at your will, because this room is known as your happy place. And it's just so very easy to just find yourself thinking positively in this room, if you're thinking at all, that is. You can find that there's no such thing as negative emotions in this room. You don't feel any negative emotions at all in this room. It's so very easy to just allow yourself to sink, to relax. You can feel yourself sinking in that nice feather mattress. It's so very easy to imagine how comfortable the feather mattress is. And you can let yourself lay back into it. You can let yourself sprawl out in the bed as much as you desire. It is your bed after all. You can just feel free to relax. You're completely alone here. You're completely comfortable here, and it's so very easy to relax. It's so very nice to relax. And as you lay back in this nice feather mattress, you can notice that there is an open door on one side of the room with a staircase leading up. You don't need to worry about that staircase. That's just one of the ways that you can reach your happy place. And you can notice that next to the door there's a familiar snow fox standing next to a switch, a dimmer switch, which is just a switch on a track that leads up and down. You can notice that the more you relax in this nice feather mattress, the more the dimmer switch seems to just glide down its track. The snow fox lets you know that the dimmer switch is deeply embedded into your brain. It's so deeply embedded into your brain that it controls how active your mind is. He demonstrates by just nudging the dimmer switch just a little bit down, and as that dimmer switch slides just that little bit down, you feel this nice, sleepy, overcoming sensation. That's right, you feel so very sleepy suddenly, and your mind just drifts a little bit deeper into trance for me. The snow fox then tells you that this switch, the more it slides down, the deeper in trance that you'll fall. And whenever this dimmer switch slides all the way to the bottom, you'll fall into a nice deep sleep, or at least your active consciousness will. He lets you know that your subconscious will take complete control whenever this dimmer switch reaches the bottom. And you can notice that this dimmer switch is only 1/4 down its track, leaving a nice 3/4 of it left. And the snow fox decides to nudge the dimmer switch down just a little bit until it's at the halfway point, and you can feel your mind just sinking helplessly down into a nice relaxed state, and it feels so very good. Half of your mind feels so very sleepy, the other half is already asleep. Half of your mind is in this nice, deep slumber from that dimmer switch reaching the halfway point, and it feels so very good, so very relaxing. The snow fox lets you know that he's going to start lowering the dimmer switch more and more until you're in that nice, deep sleep. Until you open your mind and just allow my words to sink into your mind and become your only thoughts. The snow fox brings the dimmer switch down just a little bit until it's 45% from the bottom. And it feels so very good, doesn't it? That next little 5% of the dimmer switch sliding down. It's just a small little nudge, and your mind sinks deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper down. And then he nudges the dimmer switch down another 5%, and you just feel that next 5% of your mind slip deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper down into a nice deep sleep, which leaves the dimmer switch 40% of the way from the bottom. And it's so very easy to watch the snow fox make that dimmer switch slide down further and further, so very easy to just let him take you deeper and deeper. It's so very easy for you to just let those eyelids flutter down further and further while you lay on that feather mattress, watching the snow fox make you fall deeper and deeper into trance. And then he nudges the dimmer switch just a little bit again, another 5%, leaving it 35% from the bottom. And it just feels so very good to watch that dimmer switch slide down. And the more it slides down, the more your mind falls into that nice, deep sleep for him. The more you let yourself drift further and further, deeper and deeper down into that nice, relaxing trance. And he brings that nice dimmer switch down more and more, nudging it further and further, which allows you to just sink deeper and deeper. He nudges the dimmer switch another 5%, leaving 30% of your mind out of that nice deep sleep that it wants to be in so much. Then he nudges it again down to 25%. 25% of your mind not in that deep sleep, but you want it to be in that deep sleep so very bad. And it's so very easy to let yourself just glide down further and further into that nice deep trance. And he pushes it another 5% and you slide just a little bit deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper down, allowing yourself to sink further and further, further and further down, just allowing yourself to succumb to the dimmer switch, just allowing yourself to sink further and further, further and further down. And then he brings it down another 5%, leaving 20% of your mind still awake. And you can just feel that next 5% of your mind falling deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper asleep. That's right. And you can just watch the snow fox nudge it down further and further. This time he takes off a good 10%, leaving it just 1/10 of the way from the bottom of the track, leaving your mind only 1/10 awake. That 9/10 of your mind in a nice deep sleep. Your mind feels so warm and happy and sleepy, and it feels so very good. And then he nudges it another 5%, leaving it only 5% of the way from the bottom, leaving your mind only 5% awake, leaving you so very close from that nice deep sleep that you want to be in, leaving you so very, very close to that nice deep sleep. And then he nudges it that last 5% all the way to the bottom of the track, and you can feel your mind fall into that nice deep slumber. It's so very easy to let your mind sink and fall into the nice warm pool of sleep, the nice warm slumber that it loves to be in, the nice deep sleep that your active mind falls into, allowing your subconscious to open up, allowing your subconscious to take complete control now, allowing your subconscious to just listen to the sound of my words. That's right, just let it listen to my voice. Let it listen to what I say. Let it soak in the words that I say like a sponge. Let it just listen. Let it just obey. Let yourself sink into that nice, deep sleep for me. And now that you find yourself in that nice, deep relaxation, in that nice, deep sleep, It's okay to let yourself just feel so very nice, feel so very good. It's good to feel good. Mm. And you can notice that the deeper you fall into my hypnotic spell, the better you feel, the happier you feel. And it's okay to feel good, to feel happy, to feel nice. You want to feel good, to feel happy, to feel nice. It's better this way. It's easier this way. You just want to feel happy. You just want to feel better. You just want to feel nice. And that's why you listen to hypnosis. That's why you listen to my voice. That's why you let my voice do what it does to you. Because you know, the deeper you sink into trance, the happier you feel, the better you feel, the more pleasure that courses through your veins. You enjoy to feel that nice, relaxing pleasure coursing through you, deeper and deeper. With the deeper you fall, the happier you get. And it's so good to feel that nice, deep, intense pleasure coursing through your veins, thicker and thicker, with the deeper you fall into my trance, with the deeper you fall into my spell. Because that's why you listen to hypnosis after all, to feel good, to feel happy, to feel pleasure. And you know this means that it doesn't have to be sexual pleasure. You just feel a deep, intense pleasure when you listen to hypnosis. A pleasure that you associate with hypnosis. A deep, burning pleasure that you associate only with falling into that nice, deep trance. It's so easy. That's right. And you want it. You need it. You love it. It feels so good to fall into hypnosis. Feel that deep pleasure sinking deeper and deeper. Feel it falling into your skin, falling further and further into your veins as it pulses further and further into your body. Knowing that pleasure is becoming more and more associated with falling under hypnosis, falling under my spell. And you know it doesn't have to be my spell, my hypnosis, that makes you feel that pleasure. You know, just falling into hypnosis makes you feel that pleasure, makes you feel that burning sensation, deep, deep pleasure. And you know that's perfectly fine to associate pleasure, hypnosis, and happiness together. And it's easy to associate pleasure and happiness with hypnosis. And you know that's easy to know. The deeper you go with hypnosis, the more pleasure, the more happiness, the more your stress melts away, the more happiness and pleasure you feel, the more your stress, cares, worries all melt away, deeper and deeper, further and further. And you know that if I took you deeper and deeper and further into hypnosis right now and told you to just let go, you would fall deeper and deeper and deeper, allowing yourself to feel more and more pleasure, more and more intense happiness and pleasure. You know that your stress, your cares, and worries would all melt away. And you know that you don't need any of those things whenever you rise back up into awakeness. You know that whenever you wake back up, you don't need stress, cares, worries. You know that you only need your pleasure. You only need your happiness, because those are good feelings. And you know that you don't need negative feelings whenever you wake up from hypnosis. It's like refreshing your mind with happiness, with pleasure, taking away all that stress, all those cares, all those worries. It's really therapeutic if you think about it. Just falling into a nice, deep trance and waking up without those negative feelings, without those negative emotions. It feels so good. It's like hypnosis just washes it all away. It's like a vacation for your mind, because it should be a vacation for your mind. It should make you feel good. It should make you feel happy. It should make you feel pleasure. And that is exactly what you'll feel with every time you fall into hypnosis, is pleasure, happiness. The deeper you fall, multiplying, strengthening that pleasure, that happiness, all those good feelings that you want to feel. And all those negative feelings, all those bad feelings that you don't want to feel, washing away more and more the deeper you fall. Because it's so easy to let go, to let those negative feelings, negative emotions wash away, melt away, become nothing. It's like a reset button. It's like a refresh. Whenever you feel that it's just too much to bear, you can go and enjoy a trance and enjoy a nice small vacation and feel so very good. And you and I both know that this does not mean that you'll become dependent on hypnosis to feel good, dependent on hypnosis to lose your stress, cares, and worries. You and I both know that this just simply means that hypnosis is a good way to do it, and that you should not ever become reliant or dependent on hypnosis to give you what you want. You and I both know that hypnosis is just a tool designed to help, designed to help you feel very good and very relaxed and very happy and pleasured. You will not become reliant on hypnosis for every time you become stressed. That's right. You and I both know that you're stronger than that, and you will not become addicted to the hypnosis. But you and I both know that there is a trigger word that you and I can use to help you feel that pleasure, melt that stress, those cares, those worries outside of trance, outside of being hypnotized. And that trigger phrase that I'm going to give you is deep hypnosis is deep pleasure. Deep hypnosis is deep pleasure. Whenever you or I or anyone that you allow and trust says deep hypnosis is deep pleasure, you can feel your mind sink down without actually falling into hypnosis. Feel so very good. You can feel that stress, those cares, those worries all melt away, and that happiness inside you building, multiplying, that pleasure building and multiplying, all those good feelings building and multiplying. Because that's all you really want, and that's all you really care about, is those good feelings, not those negative feelings, not those bad feelings. That's right. That'll all just melt away. All the bad will melt whenever you hear, or say, or read deep pleasure. Deep hypnosis is deep pleasure. That's right, and it feels so good. It'll make you feel so very happy, and that's all you'll want to feel, is that happiness, that pleasure, and all of those negative feelings melting away. In a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 to 5. Whenever I reach that 5, you're going to be wide awake, relaxed, refreshed, without that stress, without those cares, without those worries. All of those will be melted away, and you'll feel so very happy, so very pleasured. All those good feelings that you want to feel, multiplying, and so very strong in your mind, for as long as you want them to, for as long as you need them to. And I'm going to start with 1, as you can feel yourself floating up, 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 rising up gently and slowly, because that's all you want to do is rise up, float up, feeling your thoughts begin to return as your eyelids begin to flutter open. 2, your eyelids grow lighter and lighter, fluttering more and more open as you float up further and further, allowing reality to flow back into your senses, the reality around you coming to your senses, and you can feel it, you can see it, you can sense it, all coming back to you. 3, you can stretch your arms and legs for me. Go ahead and stretch those now. Stretch your arms and legs, rising up more and more as the world around you flows into your senses more and more. 4, almost awake, almost there, with reality completely flowed back into your senses. You can see everything around you, you can feel everything around you, you can hear everything around you. And 5, wake up, wide awake, and I hope that you enjoyed yourself. Thank you very much for listening.